Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is almost time for the team reveal. Liverpool versus Arsenal at Anfield. Chris Pajak joins me. He will have a little update for you in a moment. But of course, as we mentioned for the Lincoln game, for those of you who joined us for that, we have we're very much doing this ourselves. So let me introduce my co-host with the most Mr. Chris Pajak. Chris, we got about 5 minutes until the team news comes out. The rumours been doing the round since Saturday night. It was no Alisson, no Thiago. Dave Maddock has subsequently tweeted that he thinks Alisson will be there, but Thiago will not be, which I think is much less of a blow. It's a shame about Thiago. Now, all the rumours swirling around are to do with COVID testing, which is a note of, what's the word, the kind of consolation. Yeah, which is consolation, because if Thiago was out injured, that's a bad thing. Yeah. Whereas if he's out because he's taken a COVID test and he's got COVID, that's not a good thing, but it's also, that's the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. For me, you just don't know whether it's a positive test or a false positive, which I've seen loads of in the NFL and stuff like that, or also just whether he's feeling sick and he's had to go for one and he hasn't had the all clear in time. Mm-hmm. So without spinning too much, you know what I mean, we don't know where we are at the moment, but it sounds like Alisson's going to be involved, and it doesn't sound like Thiago's going to be involved. And look, as great a player as Thiago will be for us, Paul, the most important thing is we've got a goalkeeper. Yeah. That's more important for today's game than whether Thiago starts or not.
Absolutely. Big thanks to everyone in the comments who's pointing out what if we had a thing that we'd have got wrong. Yeah, it's the match clock is on. If you spot anything we've not done, so we've not updated the scores throughout the game or anything like that, then
I was
please
trying
do let us know.
desperately not to look at the screen over to my left hand side. If I had just looked, every comment was match clock.
Yeah.
Did I say match clock then? Okay.
You did now. And now it's on the internet. So there's plenty of ways that you can interact with us. The team news is now 3 minutes away. Chris will be over at the board revealing it when it does in fact come out. You can interact with us in a host of ways. You can use the comments alongside. If you want to become a YouTube member, you get access to custom Redmen emotes and emojis as well, and you get bonus content if you're a club captain or a club legend level. We're going to be doing the commentary from 15 minutes before kickoff, so that's 7:45. We're going to be back with the second show tonight, so don't forget to come and check us out for that. But yes, anything else you kind of? I mean, the big debate is the centre half thing. Is Joe Gomez fit to start?
Yeah, and I think I had it in my head that, you know, we'd probably see Fabinho and Thiago and maybe Naby Keita, something like that. Now, I didn't go into the starting 11 prediction show. Anyone who've watched that will know that I didn't go into it thinking that, but someone convinced me with a comment and I changed my sides and threw Joe Gomez in there. But that's the talking point, whether Fabinho was going to be centre half or Gomez. The Thiago thing makes me think that Joe Gomez is now more likely to start. Fabinho will be pushed back into the middle. And if I had to guess, you know, I put the team on the board when I heard the Thiago news, and I did think, if that's the case, Gomez comes in, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Keita would be my midfield three.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I think if Thiago's available, you might well see, you know, Fabinho playing centre half, because I don't think there's any need to rush Gomez. But without that, I think any midfield, if you've not got a Thiago available, and Henderson's not going to be available for this one, any midfield three, I think for a team as good as Arsenal, is a weakness. I mean, you're looking at then you're choosing from Naby, Kurt, Milner, Wijnaldum. I mean, Wijnaldum could do the job. You could construct a decent midfield out of that if you wanted to persist with Fabinho at centre half. But I would be much more relaxed having Fabinho in the middle, because look, let's be honest, he's a world class defensive midfielder.
No, absolutely. And the only other thing is, look, when we played Arsenal last time, I don't think the 4-3-3 really went nicely against their three at the back. And then both times we played them recently, we changed it to that 4-2-3-1, and we looked much better both times. So there's an option to maybe go straight from the start with a 4-2-3-1 in this game. And if that's the case, can Naby play a 10? Would you see Minamino in a 10? Behind maybe Firmino with Salah and Mane flanking him. But I think Klopp will just go with the tried and trusted 4-3-3 formation, to be honest with you. Yeah. And it makes sense. They know what their job roles are, and you can change it if you need to. Mm-hmm. Because, look, Arsenal are a good side and they've played well against us. And I do think we've struggled against their three at the back more than we've struggled against most three at the backs. So it'll be interesting to see what Klopp does. But this early on in the season, without a pre-season, I just think he's going to stick with 4-3-3 as long as he can.
Yeah, I completely. I think Lincoln was a good chance for him to experiment if it was, if we were going to be changing formation anytime soon.
Yeah.
And the fact that we haven't, I think, tells you everything you need to know. That I agree on that. Right, it is 7 o'clock. We're going to just have a little check. The team news should be out right about now. Here we go. Yes. Right, Chris Pajak is going to make his way over to the board. Yeah, don't forget to turn your mic on. Let us know your thoughts on the team. The team is as follows. It is Alisson in goal. It is Trent Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson. Just check. Let me know when it's on. Just chatting when it's on me.
Hello.
Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Keita, Mane, Salah, Firmino. So let's have a little look over. There he is. There's the beautiful man himself. Hey. Chris, talk us through it.
So we've got Alisson Becker in goal, Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez, Trent Alexander-Arnold round off the back four. So as we thought, Joe Gomez does come into this side. We've lined it up with Fabinho, with Wijnaldum and Keita ahead of him. Not sure which way around, because I think ordinarily it used to always be that Wijnaldum would play that left-hand side, didn't it? But nowadays you seem to see a bit more of Naby over on that left-hand side with Sadio Mane, so maybe Wijnaldum will be on that right-hand side. And then ahead of them we got Mane, Firmino, Salah. Now, just let us know the subs again.
The subs are... You got the subs today?
They're the right ones?
Uh-huh.
Well, that was a good guess, wasn't it? Jota, Divock Origi, Adrian, Curtis Jones, Minamino, Nico Williams and James Milner. It's almost like I didn't have to prep that.
I thought you guessed that spectacularly well, Chris, all things considered. So, yeah, I mean, look, the big talking point there, no Thiago on the bench. Let us know in the comments your reactions to that. But, Chris, first thoughts on the no Thiago thing?
As I mentioned, Paul, I think it's more important that we've got our goalkeeper on our back four than, an added luxury, a cherry on top, if you will, in Thiago. I think most importantly, Alisson's a massive ingredient of what won us the Premier League and the World Championship and prior to that, the European Cup as well. So I think this is a great side. I think we know what this back five can do. Them getting to play again together, Gomez and Van Dijk, they should be okay. They've played enough times that Gomez can miss a couple of games basically and then come back in and he should just be able to hit the ground running. Now the question mark for me, Paul, is whether actually Joe Gomez has been rushed back into this game. Maybe he wasn't earmarked for this game, and then the late fitness test for Thiago and Alisson, maybe he wasn't expecting to start, but it's an area of the pitch where you can push through the pain barrier a little bit more. Obviously he'll probably be playing on that right hand side. I'm assuming Aubameyang starts over on the left hand side. Gomez has got the pace to deal with Aubameyang, but equally we know that Aubameyang can give anyone trouble. Obviously in the Community Shield, Nico Williams started at right back and Aubameyang gets a goal in that game. Will Trent Alexander-Arnold be able to keep Aubameyang quieter than Nico Williams did? Hopefully so. I think that's another important reason for me to have Wijnaldum over on the right-hand side as opposed to the left-hand side. So you've got Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Gomez and Trent Alexander-Arnold trying to deal with that left-hand side of Arsenal. And then going further forwards, if they are playing the three at the back, you want to see Mo Salah, Mane and Firmino start interlinking and start playing off each other. Is Kieran Tierney starting? Because he's had a good couple of games against Mo Salah, or is it Kolasinac over on the left centre half?
I think he is injured at the moment. So yeah,
he's missed the last couple of games, but for Arsenal, but he's had a really good couple of games against Mo Salah, so hopefully can have a
tell like there he is. So we will go through the Arsenal team. Let's go through the Arsenal team right now, Chris, if you want to come back over.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yes, thanks very much. Let us know your thoughts there on that side, on the Liverpool side, and we'll go through the Arsenal team. It is Leno in goal. It is Holding, Luis Tierney, Bellerin, El Nene, Xhaka, Maitland-Niles, Willian, Lacazette, Aubameyang. In fact, Chris, if you want to, we can get that up on the screen so people can have a little peruse of that one right now. But yeah, Leno, Holding, yeah, exactly. Holding, Luis Tierney. If it's a back three, that will be the back three. Bellerin and Maitland-Niles could be the full backs there. The
Maitland-Niles is an interesting one, isn't it? It has been Saka, hasn't it? Or who's the other guy who's been playing left wing back for them?
Well, yeah, you've got Kolasinac as an option there, and they've got. I actually don't know beyond that, to be perfectly honest. But there you go. There is the Arsenal team. they've got that. Yeah, it says here on the tweet here. Kearney starts, David Luiz returns, and Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles has a worrying tendency to play very well against us. I actually quite like him. I think he's a little underrated at Arsenal, but yeah, I think he's decent. Right, we've got a super chat here. Then John Francis, 5 is that Canadian dollars? I guess. Love playing Arsenal. We're going to strangle their midfield. Okay, cool. I just in a general sense, Chris, you feeling happy, confident, more or less so?
Yeah, I think so. I think the side is obviously a good side. It's a side we've seen before. I think, the question marks are whether we can deal with Aubameyang. That's always the question mark when you go up against Arsenal. Like, one of the top players in world football and such a difficult player to keep quiet because he doesn't need many opportunities. That was one of the things that Robbie was saying to me. I said, how do you keep him quiet? And he said the only way teams ever really keep him quiet is they just make sure he doesn't get the ball. It's not like as soon as he gets the ball at his feet, he's one of those players that makes things happen. So you have to cut the supply out to him. And it sounds dead easy when you're literally just saying it over a Skype, but very, very difficult when you're actually in game. And obviously we know that he just needs one opportunity, and it can be in the 80s. Absolutely, mate. We love it. And I'm not going to do that again because we did that on the last stream, didn't we? I think. So yeah, I think for me, it's about making sure that we keep him quiet, but if he gets that one opportunity, that one shot, he may do damage. But look, we've got to concentrate on Liverpool as well. We're the better side here.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a super chat in here, by the way. Isaac Considine with £2. Thank you very much, Isaac.
Lovely, thank you.
What's the new training top like to wear? Looks boss. The new training gear is fine. Yeah, it's good. We've done I did some kit reviews, which does the eye of Liverpool Football Club, but fuck it, I did it anyway. The size wise, I must admit, there's one thing you can say about the Nike stuff is they make nice training gear. I mean, it's literally their job. It's one of their main jobs for a very long time. Look, you're dead right. In terms of the players, like Xhaka's had a bit of a resurgence. El Nene's had a bit of a resurgence. Obviously, he was out on loan last season. They both played really well in the Community Shield, particularly El Nene. I had forgotten he even played for them.
Arsenal fans had.
Yeah.
Because they just assumed that when he went out on loan, when he came back, they were going to sell him or loan him out again. Yeah. And they're really surprised. Again, that's something me and Robbie were talking about, is how surprising it was to actually see El Nene and then him take his opportunity. But look, Paul, we've spoken already a little bit about Aubameyang. We've not mentioned Willian, another player that seems to do really well against Liverpool Football Club. But when you look at the back three, Rob Holding, David Luiz, Kieran Tierney, I mean, that is a back three where you think we can get goals in this game.
We keep saying that though, don't we? Like, Holden was brilliant again in the Community Shield. David Luiz just seems to only go full David Luiz against anyone but us. And Tierney's been really good for them again up against Mohamed Salah. But you're right, it's about we've got to play to the best of our ability. We're at home. We've got a phenomenal record at home. We've got a good record against Arsenal lately at home as well. Bobby Firmino loves playing against Arsenal. Salah loves playing against Arsenal. Mane loves playing against Arsenal. So we've got the front three on the pitch there. On any given moment, they're going to spend more time worrying about our front three than our whole team will spend worrying about their individuals. For whether for good or for ill. It is what it is. And there's a temptation to talk ourselves out of this one. Yeah. You're right. We're a better team than Arsenal. Liverpool are favourites. Liverpool are odds-on favourites, comfortable odds-on favourites for this game across the board. So, yeah, look, it's
I think Keita's going to be a massive part of this game. Yeah. I think if Liverpool were to win it, I think Naby Keita and Sadio Mane are the two players, really, because, you look at that midfield two there, you've got Mohamed El Neni, you've got Granit Xhaka in the middle, and yes, they've got, like, a three or, a four-man midfield, but two wing-backs, really, isn't it? Like, we've got the numerical advantage in the centre of the park there, and with Fabinho, with Wijnaldum, you fancy them two to go up against Xhaka and El Neni, and that gives us the one man over, doesn't it, in Naby Keita? So can he get in behind? Will Firmino drop deep? Does he try and drag David Luiz out? Can Tierney follow Mo Salah when he makes those runs inside? I think Keita's the player they should be most worried about, because they don't have anyone in that area of the pitch necessarily to mark him.
And it makes you wonder whether, again, you kind of alluded to it when we were looking at the team, if Naby plays on the left, does he do that role? Because we talked about how Gini Wijnaldum was pushing on and being more offensive last week against Chelsea, whether Gini and Keita effectively swap in this, and Keita does that thing where his job is to become the fourth man. And I think that's a big difference when we should still be able to outnumber them. Our fullback should be very important in this game. But I think if we can drive through the middle a little bit more and just add an extra body in there, right? Keita is a potential difference maker. You're absolutely
right. And part of the reason for that for me is that, you know, if you push Robbo and you push Trent high, that plays into what they want. Yeah. They want to be able to hit balls over the top to Aubameyang and to Willian to chase down into the space vacated by Robertson and Trent. But those two should be occupying Maitland-Niles and Bellerin. Mm-hmm. And if they're occupying those two wing backs, then you've got the front three man on man with the centre backs, which leaves one other player to join them, and that should be Naby Keita.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll take one last look at the starting 11 before we wrap up. It is Alisson Becker. What are you doing?
No, wrong one. I thought we were going to the laptop.
How you doing? Alisson Becker in goal. The back four then of Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, the returning Joe Gomez and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Midfield three, Fabinho, Keita, Wijnaldum, and then the front three, Mane, Firmino and Salah, and it leaves the likes of Jota, Minamino, Origi, Nico Williams, Adrian Milner and Kurt Jones on the bench. Is that enough to secure the win for the mighty Reds at Anfield tonight? Let us know in the comment section underneath. Don't forget there's a number of ways in which you can join us for the match, one of which...
Well, first off, Paul, 3,800 people I make watching this live on YouTube. I want to see all 3,800 of you joining us for this game.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have a good laugh. What we do is we have a little laugh, we have a little chat. We Martin Tyler, bless him. He's had his day, hasn't he? He's had his day.
No, don't bless him. He's crap.
He used to be.
He doesn't like football anymore.
Amazing. He doesn't like football or Liverpool. But we do. Both of them things will join us. We're going to be live 15 minutes before kickoff. There's two ways in which you can get involved with the watch along. You can either do it straight here on YouTube. The video's already there on youtube.com/the Redmen TV. The link will be in the description and in the comments. You can just go through and get ready for that. Or you can go to Hot Mic. You download the Hot Mic app, and Chris, if you want to just get the laptop up now, there is a little explainer there on what you have to do. You can go to hotmic.io, use the invite code RedmenTV, and then you're going to be able to sync up our commentary with whatever telly or stream you are watching the game on. So yeah, download the Hot Mic app, hotmic.io. It's easy for me to say. Use invite code RedmenTV, and yes, get involved with us throughout the game. Thanks so much. Do drop a like on this. Do check back in about just over half an hour's time. We'll be back in time for the game kicking off. Yes, and we will interact with you. We will have a laugh. We will sing some songs, and we'll hopefully see the mighty Reds deliver 3 more massive points against Arsenal. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Redmen TV. We are here. We are live. It is the fan zone watch along commentary, and Naby Keita's come out. He's going to strike it.
Well, that is the starting 11 I think that we all wanted to see tonight, isn't it? Something that the cup on she's alone. He's let him go. Passes wise, it's 139 to Chelsea, 129 to Liverpool, so it's not actually, we are creeping back into it.
GS Robinius, he said your commentary is way better than 5 Live. Thank you so much. And it is Liverpool are Premier League champions for 2019-20. Come on! Bring it on! Bring it on! Bring it home! Liverpool are the champions! Liverpool are your Premier League champions!